I think YouTube is on as well because the bot has just brought it up. Oh, unusual. Lovely. So we're all good. Super duper. Right. So let me get rid of that. Okay. Welcome everybody. Just setting up the last few things here, and then we can get going. Okay, cool. Okay. So there we are. Just get that ready. Okay. There we are. Right. Welcome back, everybody, to another TechnoClub. Hope everybody has had a good week. So we're going to be carrying on with Minecraft again this week. Apologies again if the audio quality from my mic isn't ideal. I am yet to upgrade my headset, so I might still be coming through a little bit crackly or a little bit sort of muffled. So sorry about that if that is the case. But welcome back. So we're going to be carrying on with Minecraft again this week. So whilst I'm just sort of introducing everything, I think Andrew has just posted the world that we're going to be using this week in the Discord. So if you could get that downloaded and opened up. What we're going to be doing this week is a series of different challenges. So we've got one world, and there are 5 challenges in that world for us all to complete. So essentially, they kind of get a little bit harder as we work our way through. But we're going to be covering a lot of different coding concepts today. So we're going to be building up some algorithms. We're going to be looking at looping. We're going to be looking at while loops and conditions. Okay, there's quite a lot of stuff for us to cover. So we'll work through it sort of section by section. But if some of you end up finishing things a little bit sooner, it's okay for you to move on to sort of the next bit. But we'll see how we go because there's quite a lot of work in this session. So hopefully we'll all get our thinking hats on, and we'll be covering all sorts of different things. So is everybody ready to make a start? You just put a thumbs up in the chat or use the voice channel. If you're not, don't worry, I can wait a little bit longer before we carry on. Cool. Okay, so Andrew's ready, Fizz is ready. You ready, Jack? Okay. Lovely. Okay, cool. So we'll make a start. Hopefully everybody can see my screen. I think we are actually on YouTube, Discord, Facebook, and Twitch this week. So I think we are on everything, hopefully. So hopefully you should all be able to see my screen. So once you've sort of come into the world, okay, there's a whole bunch of what you'll see is that there's a whole bunch of different things that we're going to be looking at, okay. There's a big sort of screen, a big board sort of right at the start of the world, okay. I'm not sure, hopefully you're all positioned in the same place as I am. And you can see that there's a big sort of board that just kind of covers the basics, and you can see that what our objectives are for today. So we're going to be building a bridge, we're going to be going through a maze, we're going to be cleaning up trash, we're going to be building a fence, and we're going to be building a tower, okay? And we're going to be doing all of that using the code builder and, of course, the agent, which you can probably see here, which, of course, we were introduced to last week. Okay, so we're going to be doing a lot of different things. We're not necessarily going to be following the same order as this. we're just going to be doing a whole sort of bunch of different things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce the topic. We'll kind of cover a couple of the basics, and then what will happen then is I'll let you go off and see if you can finish the different sections sort of on your own to sort of see what you can work on. Okay, so Andrew, Joe, and I are all in the chat this week if you need any help. So if you do, just sort of let us know. One thing to just bear in mind with this world as well is if you need to restart or reset where the agent is positioned, if you use the hotbar to go to the radio, you can basically double click the right click button, and you can see that the agent will sort of reposition himself to the sort of the tile that you're hovered over. Okay, just bear that in mind so that you know sort of where you need to go for it. Okay, so first place we're going to start this week is over in the sort of cleaning up the trash area, okay, which is this section here. And the goal here, as I'm sure you can imagine, is to get rid of all of this trash, okay? So there's a whole bunch of rubbish here, and what we need to do is we need to build up an algorithm so that we go up and down each row, okay, and get rid of all of the trash. So we're going to be building up an algorithm to do that, okay? So a sequence of instructions that's going to be telling our agent essentially what he needs to do today, okay, which is of course to clear up the trash. So first thing I'd like you to all do is open up the code builder by pressing C on the keyboard, and then of course we'll get booted into the code builder window, right? Now you can see that there are maybe a couple more menus, there's maybe one extra menu to what there was last week, but the principles are all still very much the same, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to start us off with a little bit of code to get rid of the first row of trash, and then what I'd like you all to do then is see if you can clear the rest of the rows of trash by using or by building upon the algorithm which I'm building up now, okay? So you might all remember about the onChat command. Okay, so the onChat command can be compared to a function, and of course a function is a set of code, it's a bit of code that we can use that we can reuse in our program. Okay, so if there are different parts of a program that need to have the same bit of code run, instead of us having to rewrite that code over and over and over again, we can simply put it inside of a function, okay? And of course, our onChat command block here, the blue one, that will act as a function, okay? So this is essentially like a function because we can reuse that over and over and over again. So this code builder window is going to be where we build all of our code today. So it's important that we give our functions, okay, reasonable names so that we can remember what each one is for. So as a result, I'm going to call this one today, I'm going to call this one trash, okay? So that way I remember that this function is being used for trash, okay, for clearing up the trash. So hopefully, can everybody see the code builder on the screen, or is it? No, okay. Right. Yeah, okay. So I was just going to say, yeah, because I remember us last week having issues. So what I'll do, I'll build up a sequence of instructions quickly now, and then I'll guide us through what each one means, okay? For some reason, the code builder doesn't like to appear on the screen, which is a little bit odd, but it's okay because I can still guide us through it anyway, so don't worry about that. So bear with me 1 second. I'll just get this ready. So, like I was saying, what I'm doing at the moment, and what I'll share with you in a second, is I'm building up a sequence of instructions. I'm building up an algorithm, which is going to essentially destroy the trash, essentially. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. So I've nearly got it so that I can display it to you. Sorry that you're not able to see the actual code builder. Okay, so that should be fine. I will share this with you. Just post that in here for you all to see. Okay, there you go. So hopefully you should all be able to see that now. So what I've built up there is a sequence of instructions, as you can see. So I'll guide us. What this bit of code is going to do that I've shared in the Discord is it's going to destroy the first row of the trash. Okay. So you can see that I'm using a series of blocks. Okay. So we've got the agent move forward by 1. We've got agent destroy forward. Okay. Agent move forward by 8. And then you can see that we're using this repeat block. Okay. And what this repeat block is doing is it's a loop, essentially. Okay, so as we know, looping is really, really important in programming. It lets us repeat a bit of code several times, okay, either a predetermined amount or for an unlimited or an infinite amount of time. Then we've got these two blocks, which are going to be repeated several times. So agent destroy forward, agent move forward by 1. This repeat block is going to repeat that bit of code again and again and again. Okay. And then we have, at the bottom, we've got agent move forward by 2. So as soon as that loop has repeated, what will happen twice, what will happen then is it will move on to the next section, which is the agent move forward by 2 block right at the end. Then the function is complete and the code will finish. Okay. And that is essentially how that works. Okay, so if I run this bit of code now by hitting the big green start button, pressing T on the keyboard, and then typing in the name of my function, which is of course trash, should find now that my agent runs to the end, or almost to the end in this case, of this puzzle. Okay. And destroys nearly all of the trash. Okay, so you can see now that he's got nearly to the end, but all of the trash in this row has now been removed. Okay, so your task now is to work through the rest of these rows, getting rid of the rest of the trash by building up a continuous sequence of instructions, okay, in the code builder to do that. So I'll give us all a couple of minutes to do that, and then once you've done it, feel free to post your code, okay, in the chat, and also your completely cleared up paths, okay, so that we can see that the work that you've done. So I'll give everyone a few minutes to do that, and in the meantime, I'll keep trying to clear the rest of these paths myself, okay. So give everybody a couple minutes to do that. Does anybody need any help with anything? Was I talking too quickly? Has anybody got anything they'd like to ask, or is everybody okay so far? Yes, Andrew. Oh, yes, of course. Okay, yeah. Let me see if hang on.